guys, it's Bonnie. First of all, sorry if the lighting is garbage. It is trash outside right now. I don't know if this setup here is going to work or not, or how it's going to look when I'm editing this. It's a little different because I've moved my room around, but hopefully it's okay. Anyway, as to the point of the video, today we're gonna talk about all the books that I want to read before the end of the year, which is pretty soon because it's November. I sort of have these into categories-ish. I don't know, you'll see as we go. The first category is kind of like series that I would like to wrap up on, and I have 2 books in this one. So the first book I would like to read by the end of the year is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. I am currently in the middle of A Gathering of Shadows, which is the second book in the A Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, and A Conjuring of Light is obviously the last book. I would just love to end the year with this series wrapped up. That would be great. I'm really enjoying this series so far, and I'm excited to see how it's going to end and see how book 2 ends, because like I said, I'm not done with it yet. The second book in this little category is Two Dark Reins, I believe it's called, by Kendara Blake. I don't think this is the last book in the 3 Dark Crowns series, but it's the only book in the series that I have not read yet. It would be great to read it so that when the next book comes out next year, I can read it right away. I don't know if the next book is the last book. It might be. I feel like if things aren't a trilogy, they tend to be a 4-book series. And again, it's a series that I've really been enjoying and I would like to be caught up. This next book that I would like to have read by the end of the year sort of connects the ending a series category with books that I bought this year, and that is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This is the final book in the Throne of Glass series, and it is ginormous. It doesn't even look as big as it actually is because this is like nearly 1,000 pages. I'm not as big of a fan of Throne of Glass is. As I was when I first read it, that's for sure. But I have read 7 books in this series, and I would ideally like to see its conclusion. Out of all the books on this list, this is probably the one that I'm most unsure of, just because it is so large and I don't know when I'll have time to read it. Probably not till the end of December. But if I could get it read, that'd be swell. Swell, what time period am I from? Continuing with books that I bought this year that I would like to get read is Neverworld Wake by Marisha Pessl. This is a YA thriller, I think. I don't know much about it. I think it has something to do with like a Groundhog Day aspect. I was going to be stuck here forever, here in the Neverworld, where I'd never grow old, never have a family, never fall in love. I was a ticking clock in a timeless world. The main reason that I bought this and was interested in it is because I read Night Film by Marisha Pessl and I really did enjoy it. And I believe this is her first venture into YA, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. The next book that I would really like to get read this year is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. I don't know if I would have been interested in this book if I hadn't read The Conqueror's Saga this year, also by Kirsten White. I read it not really sure what to expect and ended up falling in love with it. It's one of my all-time favorite series now, so I'm really interested to read more by Kirsten White, especially something that's her later works and not in the same genre necessarily, but it's a retelling of sorts. I just really want to see if Kirsten White is an author that I want to continue reading as she puts more books out, or if The Conqueror's Saga was just a really good hit. Next is a book that not only do I want to read it this year, not only have I bought it this year, but everybody and their mother is talking about it, so I need to read it already. You may have guessed what it is just by me saying that, but it's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't think I've had so many videos in which I talk about a book where I still haven't even read it yet, but this book has just been on everyone's radar this year. I feel like everyone's either read it or getting tired of people talking about it. Sorry if you're in the latter, but I'm really interested in this just because it has a lot of aspects that I like. I just really have a feeling I'm going to love this, so I need to read it already so we can end the year with a bang. Finally, the last book I have to talk about isn't necessarily just one book because I don't know which one I would like to read next, but I would like to read another Christina Lauren book before the end of the year. In the summer, I read Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, and it was absolutely fantastic. I don't tend to read a lot of romance books, not because I don't like it, it's just a genre that I haven't explored much. But I've been hearing a lot of great things about Christina Lauren from Miss Witty Novels, of course. She's the one that convinced me to read Josh and Hazel, and she has since read a plethora of other Christina Lauren books. Particularly one that she is pushing on me is Filthy Dirty Boy or something like that. I'll put the cover here. I know she really likes that one despite its title. But overall, I just really want to read another one of their books because I really did enjoy Josh and Hazel, and I think romance is a genre that I do want to explore more because I don't not enjoy it. So if I could be enjoying this whole other genre and I'm just not reading it, let's be real, I'm sure I'm just gonna read whatever Whitney tells me to read when it comes to romance or any other genre. Oh, that just made me think of another romance book I want to read. Not necessarily before the end of the year, but you know what? Let's tackle it on. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, if I'm remembering correctly. This is another book that people talked about so much during the year, and I know Whitney really loved it. Plus, I think it's becoming a movie now, and I always love, you know, reading a book and then watching the adaptation. Okay, so with that being said, those are all the books that I would preferably like to read before the end of the year. Will it happen? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait and see. Let me know what you want to read before the year is up, or what books you think I should read before the year is up. I'll see you guys in my next video.